Welcome to the REALL Academy, brought to you each Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by the
Systems Doctors,
Dr. Sheka Houston and Dr. Tammy Taylor, best-selling authors, consultants, and speakers of Create and Educate LLC. Create and Educate LLC is an educational consultant and literary firm that provides professional development to schools and community. Their goal is to transform organizations with the REALL Resilient framework used to increase their school report card grades 2 and 3 grade levels in 1 year. REALL stands for Respect, Excellence, Accountability, Literacy, and Leadership. This framework is used to coach leaders and teachers and build student efficacy while putting systems in place that aligns the work of the school improvement, making the process manageable. When the work is manageable, teachers and leaders don't stress out or burn out.
the Systems Doctors.
Alignment systems are designed to help schools evolve and grow, all while instituting protocols and processes designed to promote collaboration and collegiality. The implementation of the alignment framework prevents some of the most common problems in education, where leaders sometimes aren't sure where to start, or in our new age of educating, leaders need a trusted sounding board that allows them to be vulnerable and transparent, preventing loneliness at the top. The framework doesn't just help leaders, but also prevents teachers from burning out from too many initiatives and embracing teachers as they are the experts. Finally, the framework extends to the children, helping them get engaged in school and solving a nationwide problem. Alignment systems are frequently referred to as a key element of success in the improvement process. In the sport of rowing, all rowers must put their oars in the water, succinctly creating a system for their boat to reach maximum speed. So schools that want to improve are bringing in
the Systems Doctors
to teach them all about the alignment systems that must be in place for school improvement to be accomplished at high levels. The dynamic duo provides insights into educational topics through their international platform, which includes educators, parents, and community members as a way to support important entities that make communities thrive. This is their way to pay it forward and provide the support they needed through their platform. Take a look. People who work with the
Systems Doctors
describe them as an excellent and inspiring group of leaders. They get into the weeds of work with leaders through their TrustMate Institute that you should contact them about today by filling out the contact form on their website.
It's Super Saturday, everyone. Welcome to episode 196 of the REALL Academy, brought to you by Create and Educate with your very own Systems Doctors, HERS. I'm Dr. Sheka Houston.
Good morning, everybody, and I'm Dr. Tammy Taylor. Welcome.
Good morning, Tammy.
Good morning, Sheka. Hey.
So it is a holiday weekend. It's summer for some people. We have one more week, but I don't know what it is about the summer that kind of just rejuvenates us during the summer. It's rejuvenation time. So it is definitely an exciting time. And Principal Hurt gave out some great tips this morning about what leaders should be focusing on for the summer. So if you missed his episode, go back and watch him.
What and who, right, Sheka?
Exactly. If this is your first time tuning in to Create and Educate, we create to educate so that you can thrive. And we do this with this weekly live stream that you're tuned into right now. We create team-based personality assessments that provide self and team-based awareness for schools that leadership teams have loved so far. We have your chair, your secret sauce, and your cultural crown that we just did this weekend.
Yes, and we create professional developments that help schools with student engagement, centered around teaching to a new generation and growth through belief, which is based on our own lived experiences of raising our school report card levels 2 and 3 levels in just 1 year at the elementary and middle levels, using our real framework that is rooted in the research based principles that we implemented in those schools.
Most definitely. And our creations that deal with identity are Build My Sister and Build My Brother. This helps Black women and men understand their identities and walk in their authenticity while learning how to walk with one another. The Real Me for girls and boys, and most recently, our children's book series, the Resilient series, helps children to understand who they are by providing them with self pride in their identities. So these are all the ways that we create and educate. If you don't mind, please like, share, subscribe, send stars, comment, do all of the things that the platforms do. We appreciate everyone who shares every weekend. We don't take that lightly.
Not at all. And we do thank you for joining us each week, which each episode that we bring to you is a part of our live stream network, the Fantastic Four. And it started, as Sheka said earlier, with our big brother in education, Principal Sean Hurt, who again brought it this morning. And we were really like howling, laughing, Principal Hurt, because how do you teach somebody how to turn around a school when you've never turned around a school? We love it, right? And then we come on after Principal Hurt at 10:30 in the Real Academy, and then at 10:55, the Leaders Mentor and the Go of all things education, Principal Kafele comes on with the AP and New Principals Academy. And then on Sunday evenings, we complete the Fantastic Four with the PGP podcast with Dr. Marty Moreno and Principal Josh Tovar.
Most definitely. And yes, Dr. Latrice Younger, thank you. She always shares Black women educational leaders. They are hosting a conference this summer. So if you have not signed up for that, get signed up. Also, Boss Educator is having a retreat that I am signed up for. And my sister Tammy's not doing planes a lot this year, so she gonna catch us the next time.
Get out! I have a birthday party that weekend.
But we
Boss,
will be,
you know I would be there. My eyes closed and everything. I'll be right there.
We will be in Nolens, which is one of our favorite places, me and my sister. But the link that I just put in the comments, Tammy and I are partnered with York Technical College here in our area. But this class that we're teaching, Start a Nonprofit and Write a Grant Workshop, June 24th and 26th, we will be hosting this in person and online. So if you need help with your nonprofit, setting up funding, if you need help getting it set up, getting ready for grants, getting your 501c3, we have a 501c3, the Knowledge Academy. So we will be teaching people how to do that, how to get set up for funding. We serve on a number of nonprofits. I'm on the I serve on the board for MUSC Hospital Center here in Chester, and also for Girls on the Run and for 4-H. And Tammy serves also on the USC. Tell them what it is, Tammy.
Yeah, I do the principal advisory for the University of South Carolina. Also, I am a board member for the South Carolina Early Childhood Association. But I think to Sheka's point, there are lots of different things that we are involved in that are service back to our communities. And we want to make sure that if you are in need of any of those things, that you reach out to us.
Most definitely. So also, and shout out, we would be remiss if we didn't shout out Joyce Grafton and her success at the first annual Family Breakthrough Conference. We were presenters. Our message was received very positively. We talked about your cultural identity, and it went really well. So we're looking forward to that being an annual event and it growing and just impacting more people. But it was a great turnout, and we recognized Kelvin Cheese Minner as our Town Hero Award winner. He's doing great things in the community. So we are at the time. If you are a regular Real Fam member, you know that it is shout out fam member time. So I'm going to shout everybody out, and Tammy's going to put our comments up. AP Patrick Lawrence from Connecticut, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Chancellor Rashard Davis from Las Vegas, good morning. We appreciate you tuning in and joining us. Queen Arcella Austri, good morning. Thank you for joining us. September Devance Vance Daniels, we always appreciate you. Good morning. Kenna Rowland from New Jersey, we always appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. Edwin Garcia, thank you for joining us always. Principal Kenyale from Oklahoma, we thank you for joining us. And Dr. Latrice Younger from Be Well, we thank you for joining us. She's at the gym. Principal Josh Tovar and our brother in the work. Buenos dias to you, Josh, from Texas. Principal Sean Hurt, who we just heard, our other brother in education and Fantastic Four member. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Rella Hicks from Augusta, Georgia. Thank you for joining us. Jasmine Harris out there on the West Coast. We appreciate you, Queen. Thank you for joining us. Dr. LaQuanta Nelson, boss educator. We appreciate you joining us and looking forward to the retreat. Constance Sherrard out in Pearl, Mississippi. Thank you for joining us. She's doing that MTSS work. Miss Dot McKeever Jeter, we appreciate you joining us out in Illinois. Grand Rising, Mr. David Bell from Benton Harbor, Michigan. We appreciate you. Melissa Jones Chunu, also in Oklahoma. Dr. Joe Griffin is also on the West Coast. Thank you for joining us. And I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Principal Kafele, the goat is in the house. We always appreciate you. Stacy L. Joy, thank you for joining us. And Lisa Kimball, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And we appreciate those tags, Ms. Dot. So that brings us to episode 196 of the Real Academy, engaging parents and students during the summer. It used to be that. Go ahead, Tammy.
Can you hear Sheka? No, I was just wanting to say, I think we left out Chancellor Davis. I want to make sure we got him on here.
Yeah, I said Chancellor Rashard Davis in Las Vegas. Okay, thank you for joining us. So it used to be that in public schools, when people were zoned to a school, you went to your school that you were zoned to, and there wasn't a real lot of advertising or anything that went into that. Now, with so many charters coming about, with school choice, with so many options, there's more work that has to be put in to keep our parents and students engaged with us. Otherwise, these other people are marketing for, to get students, to get families at their school. So I think it's a shift for public schools, because we've always just been accustomed to, we just accept and bring in the people who are zoned to the community school, and we do what we do and we keep going. But more attention now has to go into engaging people on the front end, because now it's not that we just go to the community school. We have all these other places that we can go. So why your school? And so some of the engagement over the summer, keeping them engaged, helps people understand why they should pick your school. Go ahead, Tammy.
Yeah, I think we should probably just jump right in there, because the business of school in general has completely changed. Like the options that are out there for families, virtual school, homeschool, charter schools, public schools, micro schools, whatever it is that you're doing, we can't get away from the one thing that will help everybody, and that is making sure that parents understand that there are things that they can do to support their children to help them prepare for this upcoming school year. And I know that we have some parents who always think, oh, little Amir and sweet Jasmine need a break. They've been working so hard this year and they're tired. I know they're tired because I've had parents to say this to me. I cannot wait until Thursday because I know these kids are exhausted because I'm tired. And I
Mm-hmm.
to understand that yeah, we all are. Like you're just give them a day or two, but within a few days, and definitely within a week, you need to make sure that we're getting these kids back into the routine of staying focused on the main thing being the main thing, and that is making sure that we can keep them on track for success for the next school year.
Most definitely, Tammy. And I got two in my house, Lizzie and Bella, who think they need all of this rest and they tired and they're so exhausted and oh, we don't want to do no camps. So don't fall for it, parents. And we're not talking about like a whole lot of it, an extenuating schedule. But,
No.
when I was coming up, we didn't have all of these electronics. So I used my sister and I would be with my grandmother, and it wasn't that we would be sitting in front of a TV all day or on a telephone or watching YouTube videos or something streaming all day. We were out picking peaches, picking strawberries. If we passed by a blackberry patch on the side of the road, we was on the side of the road picking blackberries. We were making ice cream. So back then, things were a lot different. And now I think we have to be more intentional about scheduling activity. So we're going to jump right into, you have to have the right messaging. When Tammy talked about that resistance from parents, from the students, you got to have the right messaging. And if you are a regular, this is right in our formula. The what is the engagement of parents and students, but the next part of that is the messaging. So, use AI, create a video that explains, and you can find one on YouTube if you're not a techie person who's good at creating things, showing how if you don't use it, we lose it. Just like we really can't remember telephone numbers anymore. There's probably three people's telephone numbers that I actually know, but it used to be that I knew everybody's phone number because when you don't use it, you lose it. So that's a good example for parents to understand that when we're talking about giving us at least 2 hours of the day and having some kind of schedule for the children, this is not something that's going to hurt them. This is going to help build them and make sure that they're continuing to build on what they've learned and not lose for next year.
Yeah, we're excited too to kind of break that down and give you some help about how to think about those 2 hours that Sheka is talking about. Because, like, if you think about it and you start, say, with that first hour, we could have them to look at and work on reading and vocabulary. There's never enough of that. And honestly, school in, school out, reading is just a great habit for children to have. But vocabulary is what is going to carry them to that next level. So just working with them on words and contextually helping them to understand what we encourage you to visit the local library, add to your home library for your children based on the things that interest them in their favorite reading genre. Don't shut them down saying, oh, I cannot stand graphic novels, because that's a thing, y'all, and that's what kids like. So if
Mm-hmm.
they like graphic novels, get it for them. You have some kids who are absolutely history buffs. Take them somewhere and get them some biographies and let them go on over to the library and let them go. You have kids that are interested in science and other things that are not necessarily what you enjoy reading. Allow them the opportunity. You can subscribe. I subscribe for Abby to the Junior U.S. News Week. Again, these are things that will help kids to continue to stay in there and work over the summer on those things that they don't even realize is work. One suggestion is maybe even picking a family book to read and discuss. The Watsons Go to Birmingham is a great book to do as a family, especially if you are helping your children to understand certain conceptual kinds of things. Take it and do a chapter a day with your children, and the kids absolutely love it. We love the Kim vocabulary strategy, right, Shika?
We do. And I had the girls do it last year. Dr. Edwards told me about it. And Bella actually, when I forgot one day to give her words for today, she said, Mommy, where are my words? Because she knew it was helping her.
Yeah,
Because the Kim strategy is a highly effective vocabulary strategy where students, and you can, as a leader, what you should be doing is giving parents a list of that academic vocabulary that students are going to need that'll help them be more successful in their upcoming grade level. So if you give it to them, it's something easy for them to do along with the Kim vocabulary sheets that you can get offline. But they basically take a keyword, an important memory fact, information, a memory clue, and a sentence to help them, remember and navigate what that vocabulary is. And
yeah.
the other,
That was powerful though, and I know that that's something that like Bella that resonated with her.
mhm, it did. She loved it. And, when kids, at first they resist, but then when they see that it's actually helping them, they'll stick with it. The other thing, as a parent, my children, their interest, the summer is a time where I make sure I'm helping to cultivate their interest, because as a parent, it's my job to make sure that they are exposed to the things that they're interested in for them to explore what career interests they have. So my oldest daughter wants to be a heart surgeon. She's going to be in a biology camp this summer. My youngest daughter Bella wants to be an architect. So she's in an architect camp. So this is their way to explore that. She's also an artist, so she's in 2 art camps. Lizzie's in another exploratory camp for medical professions, because heart surgeon is something that she's heard, but there's multiple other facets and careers in medicine that she has not heard about that I want her to be exposed to so she can make the best decision. So as parents, it's our job to make sure we're guiding our children. And as a leader, you don't say that to parents as if, because that messaging again in the formula is important, as if you're talking down to them or you're giving them a parenting class. You do what I just did. Give the example. Hey, parents, these are some camps I came across for my children because they're interested in XYZ. Here's another list of some things that, are offered. You can look up free camps. There may be some camps that cost money that your children may be interested in this summer, because this is a great time to help children explore those interests that they may have expressed throughout the year. And we know we can't get everything in through the school year.
Absolutely. And like with Abby, she is in a plethora of camps this summer because I mean she's at that age right now where she's interested in everything. I'm a cheerleader, so she's going to cheer camp.
Mm-hmm.
I think in like a basketball camp. She's in a art camp. She's in um it's a ton of things that we've signed her up to do. But again, she is swimming. It's just things that, as Shika was saying, guys, we don't have to seem overbearing with it, but just
Mm-hmm.
present to families the things that you know. And when you're talking to parents, especially if it's something that you know about their child, like they offer all sorts of 4-H camps at a nominal cost and sometimes on scholarship or sometimes for free. And you can just say that, like, oh, I noticed that when we did the hatching of the eggs, your child was so excited about the baby chicks. They do
Mhm.
farming camps all the time for 4-H and other organizations in the community that can help you with making sure that your child is able to follow their interests. And then go to Khan Academy to get you some free math resources. There are things out there that can help you to help your children to stay productively busy throughout the summer.
Most definitely. So, as a leader, you have shown parents, hey, this is what we offer. We're not just about the business of school during school. We're going to help you during the summer too. Here's a sample schedule that you can use for your children. Make sure y'all get them to do some chores, because we know if they're responsible and build a character at your place, that's going to transfer when they get back to school during the school year. But give us the 2 hours a day for vocabulary, reading, and math, and let the other time be for some of these free things that we found for you, and give them the list. We have a app that an organization here has created for parents and families to go to the state parks and do scavenger
Yeah.
hunts. So that's called
Take
In
a
the
walk.
Park.
Yeah, that's what you can
Yeah.
do with them while you're out there in the park. Take a walk. You're walking on the scavenger hunt, but make
Mhm.
sure they understand that there is more to the summer than Sheikah said before, a device in their hand.
Yes, and Dr. Younger brought up a good point about museums. They are free, great things to learn and
Yes,
engage with your
absolutely.
children in museums. So just make sure that you are taking the time to engage your parents and your students, and get the students engaged with it. When we came back to school every year, I would always do something big for my kids who completed summer reading and math activities. We did a swim party at the beginning of the year. We would take them swimming over at the local YMCA. So make it big. I would put my parents' names who made sure their children did that up on the walls. These are my parents' partners. So make sure that you're keeping your people engaged over the summer. Don't just let it be like the children say, this is my relaxed time, my free time. It's not recess for us. We still got work to do. So thank you all for
Yeah, but
joining
now
us.
do not get on their nerves like Sheikah, waking them up at 4:30 in the morning. Let them sleep until
Listen,
at least beyond school time, and then put them to work, guys.
yeah, I let them sleep in, but I make sure they up, because they'll sleep all day if I let them. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you. Hop over to Principal Kafele's page next. He has some phenomenal guests. We are going to be getting those math
Yes,
scores up with those lovely ladies. And you all have a
definitely.
great Memorial Day weekend.
Yes, happy Memorial Day weekend. And boss, make sure I'll be praying that everything goes well, and do not listen to Sheikah. You uh, keep me informed on what you guys have going on. I know it's
We'll
going to
see
be
what
great.
plane she get on this year, y'all.
I'm
Y'all have a
sorry
good
to
one.
miss you. No, I'm not about them. I'm all about not doing that.